Today we're doing a video with a difference because I'm coming down into Holmfirth and I'm going to do a video of some of the locations that they used in the last of the summer wine series. So this should be a very interesting video. It's something different for sure, and there's quite a lot of traffic today. I think a very appropriate place to start would be Compo's house. I mean, quite a lot of the series had an opening here, and we got that very famous "Hey up Nora" with him coming out of the window and saying hello to Nora Batty, and then she'd come down with a sweeping brush and sweep him away. Well, this is where it all happened. This is the wall where so many times they fell down. And there would be such a huge splash. It is quite a drop down there actually, but this is what we're talking about now. This is Nora Batty's house. Now the wrinkled stocking tea room. You can stay then there, Nora Batty's cottage. See, that's where she used to come down, and then she'd sweep all these steps here, and that window there would be where Compo would come out and say, "Hey up Nora." This is what Nora would see when he was got his ladder up there. So much shooting went on around this area. It's now called the wrinkled stocking tea room. Moving on. This little square in the centre of Holmfirth is one of the main locations here. This is Sid's Cafe, and there's many series and many episodes been done around this area, and they would often come up and down those little steps over there, and same likewise along here. Many of the episodes were taken on these steps here, lead up to an old jail actually. And there it is, still going as a cafe now to this day. Remember Wesley's Land Rover being there when they were painting up the top of the thing there. One day when the owners had gone out, and they'd left Crusher in charge, I think. And this is one of the local shops here. They're selling paintings. Nora Batty and Compo there. Howard and Marina, look. Compo again. What's Kevin Peacock is it called? No, Mr. Peacock. What's he called? There's the three of them then, sitting there. And that's a collage of all of those. Smaller Nora and Compo, and finally Compo on his own. A lot of filming for the last of the summer wine was done in the town of Mazen, and a lot of it was arranged and filmed around the Riverhead pub here, which is a very popular venue, and it's you can hear the water's running down below. And I'll show you in a moment or two just where the old codgers used to sit. So there was a tremendous amount of filming done around this area. The three old codgers would walk along here, and they'd sit on these walls here discussing the state of the world, and this weir was featured many times in lots of episodes. It's a very nice place round here, very attractive, particularly on a beautiful day like this. Unfortunately there's a lot of people. I don't want to walk down there filming. That's where they used to spend a lot of time there, walking up there, sitting down by this little cast iron railing that comes past it. This was a particularly well used venue. Likewise, the butcher's shop over here features in many episodes. That's the old butcher's shop there. It's closed today because it's Tuesday. Just opposite the butcher's shop we have this bridge here, and this was a well-used location spot as well. Just steeped in episodes around this area. If you just walk up here now, past the butcher's shop, and we've got a road here called Oliver Lane coming up. Oliver Lane's just opposite the co-op these days. There's a co-op there, and a lot of episodes were shot around this junction as well. This corner was also used when they were doing the parking scam, and I think this was the road that they went down to find the parking spots. There was supposed to be a mill at the end, but obviously that was filmed somewhere else. So we're going to take a walk down there now. If we go up Oliver Lane, we may find something that reminds us of those heady days. I mean, it's still on TV now. It's such a popular show. It's on every day now. This row of houses was particularly memorable for the simple reason that it leads us up to this place here. You notice these steps here? Well, this is Auntie Wainwright's house, or Auntie Wainwright's shop. I always remember her as Coronation Street star when she played Hilda Ogden. But you'll see now, that is Auntie Wainwright's shop. All those times it looks so small here now, but when you see all the stalls set out over this area, it makes a big difference. The number of times smilers come out of there, as well as the number of times that Cleggy's not wanted to go in there because he said she'll sell me something, she's burnt to sell me something. So there we go, Auntie Wainwright's. Several episodes were filmed with them walking down here as well, walking and talking, and the railings are still the same. Look, if you look at the episodes, but the vegetation's tried to take over a little bit now, so it's a little bit on the hard to see side now. Still, this was the stretch. Many's the time they've walked up here, putting the world to rights. As we come to the end of this set of railings here, opposite here there's a little road, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that goes round to Oliver Street and meets up with Auntie Wainwright's house. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take a look. Just coming to the end of this little road now. I hope I'm right. It's called Garfield Place, this. Yes, I'm right. There we are. We're back at Auntie Wainwright's again. This is another venue for the last of the summer wine. The Railway. This is a pub at Mazen, which is just across from the station. This is the station here, and I'm just going to go to the car park because there's a particular episode that I remember. That particular episode was when Barry was going to be assertive, and the three old codgers sat down in that corner there at that table, But in those days these pillars weren't here, so you could park on here. And they sat there. Barry was being assertive. Someone came and parked here and he told him to get lost. So this was a particular episode that I remember fondly. Time to move on. A lot of these buildings were also featured in a lot of episodes as well. This road here was featured as well. So this is the main centre of Mazen, and that about concludes what I wanted to say about the episodes that were actually filmed in Mazen. So we're on a site of new housing now. I wonder if you can guess where we're going now. We're almost there now. I bet you can guess where it is now, can't you? This lamppost figures in all of these episodes that are filmed here. Number 17. Barry and Glenda's. And next door to them lived, I don't know what he was called, but he was Mr. Lucas in How You Being Served. So this is unusual to have something new like this, but that's where it all happened. And Glenda was always saying, Barry, give me a kiss before you go. Have you forgotten something? Well, this is where it all happened. Well, I've come to another little area now that may be familiar to some of you. We'll see in just a couple of seconds when we get there on this road here. If you look 1, 2, and that is Edith's cottage, number 4 there. That's where all the old ladies go inside and have their cups of tea, don't they? And it usually ends up with Edith saying to Glenda, drink your coffee. So this was a little triangular bit where Edith used to park her car here and she used to whiz off, or jerk off I should say. Jerk, 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 as it was on kangaroo petrol. And it went around this road and then off into the distance. We're going to walk down now past Ivy's house, number 4 there. And this road should take us down to Wesleys Garage. It's a little bit of a walk, but I'm sure Wesley will hear her when his wife's calling him. I finally recognise this now. I've been looking out for this telegraph post, which is a marker, and where that car is parked, that would have been the site of Wesleys Garage, without a doubt. So many of those things were filmed around here, and they used to sit on this wall and look out over the dam, which, as you can see now, is totally overgrown. You can just about make out the water down there. But this was the site of Wesleys Garage. I'll just take a little walk past down here, see what's at the back. You never actually saw this area. I do remember these trees here at the back. Wow, it's amazing to think all that stuff went on there. All those contraptions that were invented. And at the back here, with a bit of open space. So, maybe you'll see the lodge from here. Oh, it's the mill. It's the mill back here, and there's the mill lodge. So that concludes this little visit to Wesley's shed and Edith's house. We'll try and find some more. Now we're moving on. And this is another very popular location, the White Horse at Jackson Bridge. This is where they got thrown out of here many times for all sorts of indiscrepancies. Believe it or not, this is the massive car park that it shows across the road, and it's only tiny really. It looks so, it's so deceptive when you see things on film, and then when you see them in real life, it just shows you the trickery that they do. It's on Scholes Road, see, and unfortunately it's closed. I was going to go in and have a pint, but it's not open for some reason. So it's quite a big building, and it all belongs to the pub. And just up the top there, can you see those houses there? Well, believe it or not, that's where Cleggy and Howard live. So I'm going to be making my way up there very soon. So this is the pub where a lot of happenings occurred during various episodes of The Last of the Summer Wine. So this is where I'm heading now. I'm going up Hill Street, which will take us to Howard and Cleggy's house, which is up this road, which they have traversed many times. So we'll be coming up to the houses very soon. You'll see the gable end there now. We're just about arriving now. Can almost imagine Howard cleaning the windows here. So this was Howard's house, number 5. And this was Cleggy's house next to it, number 7. At the end of the road there used to be another little road went up there. So they did many things here. A little bit of a curvature on it now. And just across the road was the big drop down to the pub there. A lot of things occurred around this area as well. So there we have it. That's Cleggy's house there and Howard's house there. Not much more to see now, so we're moving on again. So we've just coming back onto the main road again. You can just imagine Howard walking down here and Cleggy behind him saying, "No, Howard." Now that we've completed all of the sites that have been used that are accessible or easily accessible, we're going to finish off at an unusual place. We've come to a church here in Upper Thong, and we're going to have a look in the churchyard. It's in an idyllic secluded area, I must admit. So I'm looking for something special here now, and I've just come in here not knowing exactly where I'm going. There's 2 well maintained graves here. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. I'm just coming up to take a look at these in a little bit more detail now. And look, what do we see there? This is where Bill Owen was laid to rest. And you all know who Bill Owen is. Compo. Look at the wellies. Very sad. He wanted to be buried in Yorkshire, where he lived most of his life. Actor and playwright, born in 1914 and died in 1999. And guess who lays next to him? Peter Sallis, OBE, another actor, born 1921, died in 2017, and by cruel fate he wanted to be buried next to Compo, with whom he spent so many years recording the last of the summer wine. So there they are now, reunited together in the most appropriate way possible. Peter Sallis was also famous for doing the voices for Wallace and Gromit and many other things. So I think that could be a fitting tribute to end this video. So we don't normally end on a sad note, but we are going to do today. So thanks for watching, and join us again soon. Bye for now.